Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 287 of the JAR Media Podcast. This is the Gaius question. The Gaius. What was it?
I can't remember. He's not here. Can't be...
True. This is episode 287. We are the usual three. The JJA.
The unusual three.
The unusual three. The usual three. The normal three. But that's just usual.
I like that, the normal three.
Can we just have like a 5-second silence so Alex can do his thing? Just get out of the way.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not what I was waiting for.
Problem?
Yes, I've started to walk around work doing bagooks, and it's starting to annoy me because I just can't
You gotta
stop
try and
it.
get your
This
boss
is the
to
thing
stop
with Alex. Like if Alex was just like, it's like that phone game where it's like a virus.
Oh yeah. Oh, pandemic.
Oh,
Yeah,
itchy.io
or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like an Alex thing, and it gets to the point where like you've won the game when it gets on Rick and Morty, you know?
Yeah. Or more like your life is ruined because of Rick and Morty stealing Bebo.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell, man?
Did they steal Bebo?
Bebo's in Rick and Morty.
It's a character,
Yeah.
like a one episode little thing.
Yeah.
Do you think he watches us?
Yeah.
100%.
I think most of Rick and Morty is inspired by us.
You have to
Who
get
did
your
they base
niche
Rick
humour.
on?
James.
Ooh, and who's Morty?
Me.
Damn, who am I?
You're
Well, don't say I'm the dad.
No, you're Summer.
Okay, I'll be Summer. Whatever. This is the #1 maggot podcast.
Have you had a maggot experience?
Yeah.
Like a proper
Sometimes
maggot
I would-
experience?
Yeah. Like when doing gardening, you'll sometimes find like a fat maggot.
No, you're
No.
blocking the core maggot experience.
The bin.
The bin. And who
I
had to
blocked
deal
it for a
with that?
reason, bro.
Who had to deal with that though?
Yeah, no, I've had a maggot bin experience, but that was like hell
And-
because it was a pig. It was an actual pig carcass. So those maggots are like...
Oh, is that when you're working?
Yeah, this was like
Thousands
30
of
degrees
maggots.
summer and a bin full of an actual pig. And then I opened it and it was just like...
What was the smell like?
Bro, you don't want to know. It was
Yeah,
fucking
'cause
disgusting.
It's like maggots eat decomposing flesh
Yeah.
and then fart.
Really?
That's got to be part of the smell, man.
Do you think that's
Bro,
what the
they
smell
cannot
is?
eat
They're
that
farting.
much pig and not fart, bro.
Yeah, they're eating gallons of pig. They're eating liters.
This is a big
of-
pig, bro.
I've honestly never thought... The other week I had to Google do bugs drink. I've never thought, do they fart?
They absolutely
They
fart.
must fart.
Everything farts.
Yeah, bacteria farts.
Are you serious?
Well, think about it. When something's decomposing and it stinks, what is that smell?
What, you telling me it's
It's
farts?
a chemical reaction where it's like bacteria eating like
I can't tell
protein.
if you're,
Like
if you're messing with me.
no,
or
if
not.
if bacteria is like eating flesh, and then it's stinky, it's like releasing something because it's like the cycle of life and it ends in fart.
Why does it always end in fart?
Because if you're consuming something, there's a byproduct. The byproduct is fart. No matter what you do, there's fart.
And it always stinks.
Bro, cars literally fart.
Yeah, cars fart.
That's what...
They eat fuel,
I got a
fart,
I got
CO2.
a nice
and kill the
I
planet.
got a nice Laurel fart earlier when you were parking.
Oh, my car is... Bro, that is literally like half of Toyota Yaris fuel tank in that one smell.
just reversing and
Yeah, that's it.
And it farted.
It just fucking stinks of fuel. There's something probably wrong.
Before we get too deep into the show, let me shout out the patrons over at the JAR Media Patreon. They get their names read out in the first or sometimes second week of every month, and they make the audio version of the show possible and just kind of help with every damn episode being demonetized because they were too funny.
We're
over
quite
here.
poo fart funny.
Yeah, it's all the fart talk I guess they don't like. Or actually, the one from a few weeks ago that had like Joker and Harry Styles from the Eternals in the thumbnail. That one was like flagged for some reason.
For the thumbnail.
I assume for the thumbnail. I
guess Joker is like it picks up as an alt-white thing, so they're like, man.
But then the last week's one was my nose with the Joker like coming out of it. He was like dancing in my nose or whatever. And that one was fine for whatever reason.
The nose.
I guess it's
like,
Harry Styles then.
Yeah,
maybe.
Harry
Eternal
Styles
spoilers,
is the Silver
maybe.
Fox or whatever.
Well. Here we are. 287th week in a freaking row.
It's built.
Pretty much.
Did you see someone on the subreddit figured out the actual
We're like
number?
289. We're 29 something.
Yeah, we're actually pretty close to 300 technically.
Wow.
But that don't mean nothing in our world.
Yeah, that is God. That
Speaking of the joke, we're the anarchists over here. We don't follow no numerical order.
Well, yeah. No, I do you think numbers are invented?
Yeah.
You know, like before humans, there weren't two of something. There were just two of something.
Yeah, if there were two maggots next to each other, what
They
would they
just-
say?
Yeah, they weren't thinking like, oh, cool, there's two of us.
They'd probably just fart,
Yeah,
wouldn't they?
and they don't. I guarantee you, they weren't counting their farts.
They
1
couldn't.
fart, 2 fart, 3 fart, 4.
I'm going to fart all over the floor.
Yes. There were some good rhymes in the Patron segment. I like it when there are rhymers in there.
This is the Rhymatic podcast.
Man,
Rhymatic.
we got some housekeeping to do. We got some cleaning up around here. There's big piles of maggots that need to be scooped
Eaten.
up and
Scooped up funneled into our mouths.
yeah. Poo on face
Talk about maggots.
is whoa. Poo on face is a
No, poo on face. Come on, that's a bit of a maggoty name.
Yeah, poo attracts it, but poo on face is
It's
a long time jarling.
Yeah, long time jarling, but their name is maggoty.
Let's change jarling to maggots.
All right,
Fellow maggots. I bet you there is a YouTuber that already does
absolutely.
Yeah, probably.
Slipknot, I'm pretty sure their fans are called maggots.
that. Really?
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds right. Well, they ask, "Hey Jim, hope the Yogs is going well so far." Thoughts on that?
Well, Jim's literally only turned up and he's already fucking deep in the JAR Media podcast, so it's going good.
What the fuck are you talking? What? What's being said? Wait. Start all of that again.
What?
Start from the beginning.
What's the next question?
No, that was just the intro. I was just wondering where I can get that shirt you've got. The one with all the squares overlapping. It's a really cool design, and just wanted to know where I can get one. Cheers, Beast. Keep continuing to have the best drip on JAR and have a great rest of the cast.
I reckon.
Is it that same brand? Or is that literally the shirt?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it came from Australia because they're all like way oversized. If I stand up.
Is that an Australian thing, or is that our auntie not knowing our sizes?
But it, like shoulder.
It's like a style, right?
I reckon it fits right. But like in weather like this, like hotter than Australia weather that we're getting right now.
True, yeah,
it's really comfortable.
Yeah.
And I don't know the brand. Is there a tag, James?
Love.
Love
JUNPD.
JUNPD.
Yeah, love JU.
Love JU.
Love Jungle.
Love Jungle. There you go. You got there in the end.
Love
It
Jungle.
might have like this. My sweat might have like
To
rubbed.
go on Love Jungle, use the code JAR Media.
Yeah, it might be Love Jungle. Either way, it's Australian. Because like
I think it would be Love Jungle.
every year, my lovely family over in Australia send a couple of goodies, and I always wear the clothing because
Probably
They got-
cost them like $100 on shipping alone.
yeah. Australia though, their drip is hardcore.
You saying we need to swap the Valencia drip, new coming drip, to Australia
Yeah.
new coming drip?
You know how we look at like Italy and think, okay, they're like 5-6 years ahead, right?
Yeah.
We need to look at Australia because they've been living in like
The new age drip NA.
yeah, they're
big
new age
mad.
drip because everywhere is going to be as hot as Australia. in, like,
Yeah, no,
30
that's
years.
true.
So
We're living that
Yeah.
reality.
No, but it's going to be like this like all year round. you know. So
Oh no.
So I think it's an idea to follow the drip in Australia.
Yarden M3Z has this to say: Bear Boys, in the last episode you mentioned Japfest, and this caught me off guard, as in the US at least, JAP is a slur used against the Japanese. I was wondering if that wasn't the case in the UK, as its origins as a slur might come from anti-Japanese sentiment after the bombing of Pearl Harbor. James, do you want to explain this?
That's definitely not the case here. Jap is pretty much mainly, it's associated with cars. Japanese cars. Jap UK. Jap Fest.
It's a festival. That's
yes,
the name
it's
of the
a Japanese car festival. It's just anyone, if you talk to anyone about cars, Jap will be used if we're referring to Japanese cars. But like, I'm into Jap crap, which is just a saying. I like Nissans. I like
this a UK
Nissans.
thing, or?
Yeah, I think, yeah. A UK and Ireland thing. Jap is just used specifically for cars. It's not, we've never, but I definitely understand that in America it's like that post-war.
Yeah.
But it's not like a derogative term or anything here.
Pastrami kick on this topic, kind of continuing. Literally just a few days ago, I saw a Natasha car. Shit made me laugh so hard, and it's not very common where I live in Mexico near the border to the US. The guy had California plates, so I'm guessing it's more common on that side of the border than it is on the Mexico side.
Yeah, no, I think there's obviously a lot of anime watchers in America, and there's a huge overlap between anime watchers and cars, because Initial D, Wangan Midnight. So there is a lot of Itasha in America.
Can we talk about the balls on this guy though? Like, first of all, getting a Natasha car, wrapping like an anime girl on your car, and then driving to Mexico with an anime girl wrapped car. That takes cojones.
Yeah.
Is there anything wrong with getting an anime?
Yes.
If I turn up in my Yaris,
you are demanding eyes.
But that's the point. I think that's the point.
You're asking people to look and think, "Wow, that's cringy." That is the point.
Okay, so what about if you do an anime car, but you start drifting in public? Because then you're getting the attention, but then you're doing something that's not like pathetic, because you're doing something that's kind of sick.
But the sick thing doesn't counteract the cringe.
No, but it combines and makes something that's cringe.
I feel like the
and
people
sick.
that do it, they get such satisfaction from the small group that when they do see it and recognize, like, oh, that's that thing.
That's Ray from Evangelion.
Yeah,
They're
like, just for that, just even if one person does that every 5 years, that will be worth just the endorphin release they would get from that. It would be enough for them.
No, I think Itasha, big time Itasha, like they do in Japan, is not like the biggest con, but like any person who's in the Japanese car scene will have like an anime sticker. I've got an anime sticker that I have not put on my car. The old school.
What happened to the sticker I got you for Christmas?
I'm not putting that on my car. I'm not putting that on my car.
Oh, that one. Yeah, you might get some funny looks. Like that fucking van you saw today.
I saw a van today. So usual thing before Jar, we go to the same like really nice coffee shop in CALNE.
Yeah, shout out to Mark.
Shout out to Mark from Divine. Seriously, if you ever go to CALNE, go to Sammy's, because he's a legend in Jar. But honestly, go to Divine and talk to Mark and say that Jar got you there. And you're coming because of Jar. Do it. He'll fucking love it.
Yeah.
So generally go to Divine, great place. But I was coming out, and I was coming onto the roundabout, and a van, like, you know, was just in front of me when I was going round. And as I was behind it, I saw a symbol. This symbol looks like a Norse symbol. And it had Norse writing around the circle, and it had loads of lines. People can already start to see where I'm going with this. Besides that was a Norse, like, Viking head. Side profile with the tail and whatnot. And I looked at it and I was like, I know dog whistling. Because I know what these people use to hide their views. And I could tell that symbol it's an alt-right symbol. It's like a neo-Nazi symbol. It's what they typically use. It's a circle of loads of slightly jagged lines. And then under that was a hashtag. WGAA1WGU. It's a QAnon hashtag.
Yeah.
Straight up, just under.
It's just insane, man. There's multiple around here.
Let me actually.
Someone just a few streets away from me has like he's got like Nazi symbols on the back of his fucking car.
See, I was having a discussion with someone about this sort of thing, Do you think it's the responsibility of a platform to wipe this shit away?
A platform, what, like Twitter?
Like Facebook, like Twitter, like social medias, basically, like WhatsApp.
I think they probably do need more regulation than they currently have.
Because I think misinformation is so damaging.
Well, yeah, we're in a state now where it's actually so fucked. It's like beyond repair.
And people over a certain generation that are like read. If you've ever bought a newspaper, you're susceptible to believing
I always
false
like
information.
For some reason, I just convinced myself that like nobody truly reads newspapers anymore. No one is actually like buying and reading those. But the last few times I've been going to various supermarkets and things, I was just looking out at the newspaper section. Person after person buying the Sun, buying the Mirror, buying the Telegraph. And it's like, man, yeah, these are all voters.
Yeah, why are you subjecting yourself to that sort of stuff? Never buy newspapers.
But where are you supposed to go for your...
Yeah, but this is
Nowhere.
the thing. I think
So how are you supposed to know what...
Know what? What do you want to know?
No, but I think
you
this
know, like,
this
policy
is,
and what's happening in the government.
Well, check that shit out when we actually have a say in it. But like up until what's the goddamn point? What's the point in knowing what they're doing right now? Because it's just gonna piss you off.
Yeah,
You've got
ignorance
no
is
say
bliss.
in what they do at the minute.
yeah, particularly in the UK, it's really bad right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And I think one of the ways they used to get people into these newspapers was tits. Page 3.
So true.
Ooh.
When did they
No,
ban that?
Obviously,
When did they ban that?
when the internet wasn't around in 95 or whatever,
Yeah,
so you can
I completely
easily get
forgot about
access to tits.
The page 3 girls.
Yes, so clearly it's just like fucking men would just be like, oh, I need some tits today. Go by page 3 and just look at the tits.
Yeah, and then get pipelined straight down to fascism.
The fascism pipeline starts at tits.
Yeah, it does. It starts at tits / anime girls.
The Brexit pipeline.
Yeah.
I'm very glad they got rid of fucking page 3.
When did it wasn't even that long ago, was it?
No, it was like a few years ago, maybe 2018.
Yeah, it really wasn't that long ago.
I just don't know how it took them
Yeah.
that long
No,
to
but
realise.
How
Yeah.
will boomers find their pornography?
They're
They're going to
broke.
buy Playboy? What are they doing?
They go on Pornhub.
I suppose like
They go on Pornhub, get through 400 pages.
To be fair, if you're over the age of like 60, unless you're Tom Cruise or whatever, gooning is like fair enough.
You ain't got
Think so.
nothing else to do in your
is
life.
that the like cutoff where it's like just go for it?
Yeah, just goon it.
If you haven't... at 60. If you get to 60 without gooning, you have to goon at 60 onwards.
Yeah, no, I think you should goon at 60 onwards.
It
You
should be
you should
mandatory.
never goon. If you're a gooner right now, just think, wait, I need to stop. Focus on like my life for
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah,
Then-
focus on having
go
a
to the
healthy
GP.
sexual stuff going on this
Yeah.
age when you're in your prime.
And then just goon the...
When your cock doesn't
Goon your
work
life
anyway,
away at the end.
you can
Yeah.
goon, just
Yeah.
goon,
Stock
goon it
up on
away.
Vigara and then just go to town. Burr says this. The danced in school thing has literally no context. This was a question from last episode.
Yeah.
There was a debate, and Alex said something along the lines of, Jim is destroying you right now. And James said, are you going to ignore the fact that I somehow danced in school? You ain't destroying me.
Was this
What?
one of those segments? So it was like in the intro, so we cut the actual thing, and Alex just kept that like sentence.
No,
in.
I think that's actually a genius like debate strategy. Just whip out something like you can't really respond to.
Yeah. You can't rebuttal.
Are you going to ignore the fact that I somehow danced in school?
Are you sure that's not a misquote?
No, that does sound like something I'd say.
Right.
I do have a somewhat memory.
No,
of it.
we've established this. The Jarlings know what we say better.
Yeah,
than we
yeah.
do.
But like,
No, but that's the
Much
thing,
better.
Alex.
that's actual like nonsense.
Yeah, but it's me saying it apparently, so that kind of work. The thing is, you can't say that about our viewers because then they have power over us and they can gaslight us into believing things that we've said that we haven't said.
But they do have power over to us. This is what Stalker's all about. Hindu Frap says this. Great episode, guys. It's so good. YouTube won't play it. 10 out of 100.
That
So-
was Jamie's fault for playing a haunted music in the start of the episode.
like, yeah, because last episode, the beginning,
James, stop,
was
please.
the Lavender Town stuff was in there with James, and YouTube processing was like all fucked up. And the video first off was refusing to play. Like it wasn't working.
So it's actually like haunted.
and then it started working, but it was only playing in 240p.
Yeah, so I was watching it in 240p and I was like,
Yeah.
And you
But
can
no.
hear it.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
but
It was just
had-
really awful quality, just for some reason.
No, but weird thing is, when I watched it, the first half was in really good quality. As soon as it went past that song, the rest was in really shit
Nah,
quality.
but the thing I like most is that because we are such memers, there are all these comments like, is this like intentional? It's like we're in the perfect position where even if we like fuck
Yes.
up massively, just be like,
Yes.
yep.
One of our cheeky plans, as usual.
That was that episode's gimmick.
Yeah.
Cameron Cox has one for us. I had a septoplasty in February, and most of what Alex said happened to me too. Didn't poo for 5 days. Always tried to pee, but barely could. But you never mentioned the first night about having some strong, vivid dreams, waking up gasping and sweating. But I barely needed the Percocets they gave me. They felt useless. The best feeling is when you get out the blood in your nose that keeps you from breathing, and then you just stare at it on a tissue, because it is huge. And they take out the splints and it's even better. Took me 5 weeks to be back to 100%. Should have slept in a recliner, Alex. Also, I live in America, so maybe surgery is slightly different. And to help me heal, I watched JAR, but it did the opposite. Yeah, I'd forgotten about the dreams. I was having like horrible fucking nightmares. Like they were fucking up. One of them was like, I've never even played Resident Evil 7. But I had this dream where I was in Resident Evil 7. It like felt real. But like all my dreams are usually like a spin on the same thing, where it's like
yeah, same.
I'm running late for something, or like I've got to run away from something, and like I
And you're
can't
moving in
move as
molasses.
much. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
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 But it's just like
No.
torture.
No, this is the struggles of being a gamer, I'm afraid, Alex. When you have intense knowledge on loads of games and you've played a lot of games, sometimes you'll just go to bed. Like it won't be a scary game. It'll be like Minecraft. But you dream you're in there, and suddenly that shit ain't so like cute and funny anymore.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's a goddamn nightmare.
Nah, for real.
I'm pretty sure I had Metal Gear Solid dreams recently.
Yeah,
About like
no,
Metal Gear
it's
Solid, like
crazy.
free Snakey. I was like, yeah, this
Yeah.
weird, like,
And it's like, I'd often have dreams. I've had 2 of these dreams in recent years. It shows how much of like a man-child I am. For like the lead up to Red Dead, I'd repeatedly have dreams where I was playing it. And then I'd be playing it, and then the dream would turn into me being like in it. And like, and I was like, holy shit, this is badass. Like fucking being a cowboy and shit. And then I'd wake up and be like, that was the best shit. No, take me back.
It's like
I
the
thought it
inverse
was
of my
out.
dream.
Yeah.
No,
and I
but-
had the same thing for Elden Ring,
Really?
but that shit was scary.
that's like fucking.
Yeah.
That's like preparing you for your actual
Yeah.
descent into.
Yeah,
like,
imagine how scary those Scarlet Rot
Yeah.
areas would be.
I was like, get me out of here.
Yeah. No, but even picture this. You're in Boom Blocks.
Boom blocks. Remind me what boom
You don't remember the Steven Spielberg produced Wii game? Do you not remember Boom Blocks?
No, I remember the name.
Yeah, no,
You're telling me you don't remember Boom Blocks?
No.
You had to go like,
That's like every shooting game.
no, but you're booming the blocks. That was the whole thing. And Steven Spielberg was like, let's do this.
Let's boom block.
You
What is
didn't
this,
tell
some
us
kind of
what.
boom blocks?
You didn't tell us what your Resident Evil 7 dreams were, nightmares were.
I gotta admit, it was kind of a combo of Resident Evil 7 and 4. Like, just like this vague, like, fucked up imagery of like just being in like a haunted house type thing and being just chased by zombie shit. And I didn't
See-
really find zombies like that scary.
No, a lot of this shit though is like, it's not scary when you're watching it on a screen or
Yeah.
the second you dream about this stuff. I had this really intense dream, a long while ago, like 3 years ago, and I'd smoked a bunch of weed, gone to sleep, and had this dream that I was in like The Raid.
Oh, the action movie?
Yeah, but it was in an airport. And I was like a gun-toting legend. But the shit going on was brutal.
Yeah.
Like, it was really violent and like...
Yeah, you just reminded me of...
It was like a massacre. And I woke up and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Uh-huh.
Sure, that was like a Raid X Max Payne 3 fucking dream.
No, I think it was the Raid / No Russian from Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
And it was like, Jesus Christ.
You've just reminded me of another one I had that was like so fucked up. I don't know if it's actually too dark.
No, bro, dark is
talk about.
No, we have JAR has accepted darkness into its heart, so you can talk about darkness.
And just to preface, like these dreams, they felt real. They were vivid. They felt like totally real.
Yeah, I've had these dreams as well.
The dream was like, you know, the old like route home from our secondary school.
Yes.
It was like, picture this. The dream is like, it kind of begins when you're about halfway home from school. And I spot someone who's going postal, basically going...
Mm-hmm. I think I remember you describing this way back when.
No, but this was the other day.
Oh, really?
Like, shortly after the surgery with the... with what the painkillers were doing and just messing with my head and stuff. But it was like being like chased by someone like that. And like running like that to try and not get hit, you know, in a zigzag kind of like this kind of stuff, but like feeling it was like fucking horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, and you wake up so like you've just gone through it.
Yeah, it's really messed up.
It's like you're shaking and stuff.
I didn't know that was like going to be a thing that happened. I'd forgotten about it too, so I'm glad they reminded me. And the final thing on this was the best feeling is when you get the blood in your nose that keeps you from breathing, because that part of that happened today, and James here bared witness, because I was just in my bedroom after waking up from a nap, and I was just like I blew my nose, and what came out was like I was like, no way, bro, nah, it was like it was like these stitches, like encased with blood and bogies. It was like, that's too big to come out of there, man.
From when I saw it, I think the blood had gone, so it was just kind of the stitches.
I'd like wrapped it in tissue.
Yeah, so I just saw the stitches, and it was grim, but it just to me looked like a big bogey.
That's kind of what it was, but
yeah, not bloody.
It's like unlocked a new like, bruh, I can like breathe through my nostril now. It's cool. Nice.
Welcome to our world, bro.
Is this what it's like for norms to breathe? Is this how it's always been for you guys?
No.
Oh.
I broke my nose as a child. I've never really known how to breathe anyway.
You broke your nose?
I think I did.
Really?
Yeah, like face planted the floor after jumping off something on my bike, and I went wrong, and I just fucking face planted the floor, nose first.
Have you had any like recurring issues?
Bro, yeah, my nose is fucked.
Well, you can't breathe through it. Have you got like a blocked nostril?
No.
What's wrong with it then?
Don't know.
Just big bogies.
Yeah, big bogies. Since crashing that bicycle, my bogies have been like abnormally sized.
I reckon in like another universe, James is in the latest JARCast film.
Yeah.
There's a few like Everything Everywhere things I picture of James.
Yeah. I think James is the biggest like spider.
Yeah. There's one where I picture him as like a daredevil type. Not the superhero, but like, you know, like a daredevil.
Yeah, like launching cars, like.
Yeah, and the other one is an ambulance driver.
That definitely could have happened.
Yeah.
Or like a police interceptor going down the motorway like 150.
Yeah. Paulie Sam has our penultimate housekeeping thing here. I clicked on the last podcast minutes after it was uploaded, and the comment left by the psychotic beekeeper was there, and was one of the first comments on the video, which leads me to believe that it might just be a strange spam bot or something. It might have detected your video as a potential customer for his honey, since the podcast is called JAR. Even then, what kind of deranged advertisement is that? porn bots. No, the honey bots are the ones you got to worry about now. That is like too. It is so like. What were they on about? Bees.
No, this is the bee
disintegrating
butterfly.
butterflies to make the honey taste better, even though that's like not a thing. Like,
It must be a bot. Sure,
but
especially
there
if the
was no
video was
link
just
to anything though.
Yeah, but if the episode was just uploaded, how did they know that we were going to talk about bees in that video?
But did you talk about bees?
We did. We talked about bees in that video. That's why they left
Maybe
it.
is there some? I don't know how like complicated these like bots and things are getting. Because there are so many like schemes and scammers. Like someone tried scamming me on Steam this morning. Because I'd left my Steam running and came down and saw like the pop up when someone messages you. And they were like, "Oh, I just got scammed, and I accidentally reported your account as the one who scammed me. So I'm gonna need you to go onto this Steam Discord and talk to someone about making sure your account doesn't get banned," even though the screenshot they showed of the report was like full of like weird spelling errors and like grammatical stuff, and Steam doesn't have like a Discord, right?
Yeah, and why would you get banned when you haven't done anything wrong?
Yeah,
They would find nothing and wouldn't ban you.
yeah, super weird.
But the thing is, if we get these scam things, it means it's worked on someone else.
Yeah, it's like all the phone scammers, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's like
that's the most like depressing one to me, because these people on the phone to you know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That actually saddens.
They
me.
gaslight you.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, now I'm going to jump to the defense of scammers here. Okay, hear me out.
What the fuck, dude?
They scammed NFTs out of NFT people. That's a win. That's a win. If one of them is stupid enough to do this shit and lose like all of the NFTs, nothing of value's been lost. Okay, I ain't gonna complain.
But what about like all the old people that like they
don't take what I just said out of context. I'm referring to the NFT scammers who stole
they're
NFTs
bamboozled
from
by
people.
like how crazy technology
No,
is.
it's
and they
disgusting.
don't understand it.
They're abusing old people. It's not cool.
Yeah.
Including Alex.
Yeah, they nearly got me, man.
Dude isn't even old and he got.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm just too trusting, man. It's my biggest weakness.
See,
That's
this is
the
the thing.
thing.
No, bro, this is the thing. Never pick up the phone. If you get a call from someone, don't pick up.
even if you know who it
No.
is.
Just don't. Yeah, it's what we do.
No, but then like
You get a phone call, whether you know them or not.
If it says Jamie, I can guarantee you it's not Jamie because he's not going to
Yeah,
pick
I
up
have
the
to
phone.
though, because like a couple of days ago, I got like a random phone call, unknown number. It's the NHS. They're like, "We've got a long
Was it
COVID
Alex?
interview for you, booked in for this date."
Just send over 15 quid to get your extreme slot.
Yeah, so I've got all that booked in. I'm ready for it.
Is that just going to turn up and it's just a van?
No, it's a phone like interview phone.
It's a phone
That'll be when they ask
interview.
for your money then.
No, they'll just charge the number. So they'll make the call last an hour and it'll just charge like £5 a minute.
No, the genuinely though, the safest thing to do is Google numbers.
Yeah.
No, generally there's always a who called me. Who called me?
Yeah, yeah.
People would,
Mm-hmm.
generally, no, this is a shout out to the people who actually comment on these websites to save their experience.
Yeah.
Because that is actually a completely selfless fucking thing to
It
do.
actually is.
You're going
yeah.
out of your way to give people info on scam numbers. Fucking legends.
No, this is actually the importance of people like commenters. The minority of people that actually engage with shit. They're
'Cause-
actually doing such a service. If like even a like and a dislike on something,
Yeah.
you know, but like there is like an equivalence to me to like leaving a comment and reporting a phone number to just some website for being shady.
No, I've
'Cause-
started doing that for like, if someone's particularly good in some kind of service situation and they're like told they've got to say like, "Oh, go to this website and leave some kind of review," because it actually does.
It helps that individual.
It helps that individual. Like it does actually
Yeah.
help them.
I think it's good to go out your way when it's like the service you've received is very good, or it could help someone else.
Yeah.
is worthwhile doing. It's selfless, but do it. Do it if you can. Be a legend.
Got to be helping people.
Yeah.
Like
Alex when he gets called by a number from Wadstock and he doesn't realise this is a scam. You're saving him. This is all for Alex's sake, no one else's.
I need help over here.
You know what I did today?
Got scammed?
I was in Starbucks.
Was it actually a Starbucks though?
Yeah, it was fake Starbucks. No, I was in Starbucks waiting for my drink, and the people waiting in line behind me were like at the thing for ages, like paying and stuff. I wasn't paying attention though. But then I start hear someone saying, like, "Hey, hey, hey," and I turn my head, and they're like, "Do you have a credit card?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have a debit card." And they're like, "I give you money, you pay." Because they were foreign.
Oh, okay.
They had cash.
Yeah.
So many places don't take cash anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like £24.80. They had £25 in cash.
Okay.
And I walked up, just like Apple paid it, and they gave me the money. And then the person turns to like the cashier and says, "See, it's nice to be nice." It's like,
that's nice.
yeah,
that you offered a helping hand. Because it is really frustrating when you're in another country and you're just like,
yeah. I went
hitting
and got your
robots like
currency. Why are you not taking it?
yeah.
And I do think it is annoying that we're like dipping a pinky toe into a cashless society. It's like, do one or the other, you know? You can't have
I'd
legal
say-
tender and just not accept it.
I reckon like our generation and below, like once they are buying things, the majority is just going to be on your phone. It's so much more convenient. It's much easier. You don't have to worry about getting cash out and all this.
I think the majority of stuff like ID, I think you'll have
I
like
can't wait till your ID is on your phone.
Yeah, but they don't accept it. Even
Nah,
if you have
not if you take a picture of it or whatever.
No, but any other form of ID, like if you have a rail card, which is like,
You can have that on your phone though.
yeah, but you can't use it as ID.
No.
You know, you can't have any sort of thing like that, no matter what. And
But there was a time where the idea of like contactless was like, oh, that's dangerous. That's not
that did
gonna go
not
anywhere.
last long.
Nah.
Contactless was invented, and then just everyone got it. A few people were like, no, I specifically asked for a non-contactless card to be safe. I guarantee you by now they've
No,
got
recently,
contactless.
the thing of that is Barclays, for some reason, recently, their contactless kind of failed. So system-wide, I think I was one of the people who was affected with this contactless not working. Having to put my pin in when you're like going to Greg's. They have that little thing, and it's just like, it's tucked away, so you can just slap your card on, it's done. So having to actually wait, push my card in, put my pin in, it just makes everyone wait in line longer. And it was like, it was a genuine like, oh, I've got to put this in. So I was just like, oh, I want to go get something. But knowing I had to put my pin in, I was like, nah, I don't bother.
Yeah.
Because it's such an inconvenience.
Well,
So
yeah,
it's just like, oh, yeah, going back to pin, lame. Contactless is the way forward. Absolutely.
And when we get a little chip in our palm or whatever,
Just gut your way through everything.
yeah.
No, the other thing about
Shit's
this
gonna happen, dude.
this contactless versus like legal tender is, I sold wheels recently and I got paid in cash, £500 in cash. That's like, I'm not going to spend that. That's going in my account. How do I get money in my account? By going to a bank. Yet they're closing banks everywhere.
Everyone,
You've got to find one.
I've got to travel to our local other town just to get one, and it's just like, you can't go during the week because you're at work. So you can only go on weekends, and on some weekends they aren't even open.
Yeah, well,
So how can you put this cash? It's a legal tender into your account, and there's no fucking banks.
Yeah, we don't have a single one in our town, do we?
No, they closed all.
They closed all
We
of
had
them.
3 of them.
They have one portable bank that comes around every now and again and just
Really?
parks. Yeah.
What's a portable bank? Like
it's
a van?
like a
or something?
van, and there'll be like a queue of old people that go to this portable bank to
Whoa.
do stuff because they closed the one in our town.
But it's like our nan. She only like buys shit in cash. Because she like goes to the bank and
A
gets
lot
like
of people still do.
Yeah.
And I think legal tender should always be a thing.
Yeah.
Because if you do have like something go down and there is like a countrywide problem, suddenly your money is worthless. I totally understand people on the side of like anti-cashless, You know?
Because then it comes down to that thing. A lot of what I've heard is like, going cashless is bad because government control.
To a degree, it's true though.
Yeah, to a degree.
They can't make a profile of you if you go and get £100 out every week and spend that £100 in cash.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's just
and
say there's
buy
a
what you
reason
want.
Sammy's cash only.
Yeah. Doink, doink.
But it's like, but Sammy's is just like, I want it that bad that I'm gonna get cash out.
Yeah.
But if other places don't do like contactless, I don't know. I'm not gonna bother.
I've got a weird thing though, where like if I get cash out, I see in my brain money in my bank different to money,
Same.
physical money.
Yes.
When I have physical money, it's like, wow, free money.
Yeah,
That's not gonna
so
affect
something
my
different.
number in the bank.
Yeah.
So I can just spend it how I want.
Yeah.
it's
No,
really
like
weird.
The little slice of the pisser cash that I got.
Mm-hmm.
I just like keeping it as my wad.
Yeah, a man with a wad is like it just gives you something.
Yeah, no,
just
it's
that
a
knowledge
different
that you got a wad there. You know you're safe in so many situations.
But also it raises the stakes because it's like, if I got a wad on me, there's something to lose.
Yeah.
You know?
So
if
then
someone
you buy a
steals my
safe.
phone, what are they going to do? There's the passwords on it.
No,
Everything's
but
like
that's the thing. You're
layers of
generally more
security.
likely to get scammed out of your bank account than you are to be have your actual legal tender taken. I've never lost money. I've only ever gained money because I found money on the floor. We walked recently and it was just a £5 on the floor. Boom.
That's a unique feeling, especially now that like physical money's like waterproof, basically.
Yeah. I remember. This is just a story of how fucking fantastic of a person I am.
Got
I
a
was
few of
wa-
those today.
Yeah. No, I'm such a fucking good guy. I was walking to my piano lesson, like 17 years old or whatever. Walking to my piano lesson, this girl in front of me, 10 quid just drops out the back of her pocket. And I'm like, hello.
Oh, you get the little Mass Effect choice there.
Yeah.
The telltale.
No, actually, because like I held it. Because I was probably playing like The Walking Dead at the time.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
could like see the choices. And I was holding it and I was like, I can't take this.
Really?
Yeah.
Have I ever told the story of finding the wallet in Jersey?
Uh-oh, what did you do?
Do you not know this one?
Not off the top of my
Like when
head.
we lived in Jersey Island, and we were very young kids, we were like out in a park or something, and I found a wallet, and in the wallet was £15 of cash. And
That's like 300 in today's
to a
fucking
kid-
inflation.
yeah,
No, but to a kid
but
as
to
well.
a kid that is like, no
That's
way.
like
that's like finding a briefcase.
And I
full
was
of
like,
that's like 15 wham bars.
no, I had this
Fucking
like,
15 flumps.
I had this whole, I started like plotting like, someone's going to be looking for this. It didn't have like any cards or anything in it. It was like, or maybe it did. It's really vague, but that was the main thing, was the 15 quid. I was like, I need this. I need to keep this, but I need to make sure no one comes looking.
Right.
So I had this,
Yeah,
like when we were young, do you remember? Remember Mum and Dad got us these like HSBC safes. They were like piggy banks, with a little lock on it. So I put the wallet into the lock, into the piggy bank, and locked it, and just left it there. I was like patient, like sitting on it, like, oh god, the inflation on this is gonna get.
The interest.
Like a few months pass. Mum comes to me. What's this from then, huh?
That's like so obviously gonna happen.
Yeah. And I was just like, I just found it in the park, I guess. And I think she just gave it to me.
Wow.
That wallet was probably worth more than the money in it.
Yeah. No, but it's hilarious how when you're a kid, like things like that seem like earth shattering, like this changes the trajectory of everything.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
gonna make it
This,
big.
this is almost as important as planning what we were going to do next week with the treehouse sort of thing, you know? That kind of level.
No, what would you do though in the hypothetical situation that you found, say, 150k in a briefcase? Or say
That's a good one.
15k?
Is it next to like a body?
No, just you stumble across a wad of cash, be it in a briefcase, in a waterproof thing that's been taped up and is on a river. You know, just picture any type of wad of money that you can find. What would you do with it? Where would you? Because you think if it's legal tender, it's counted, it's marked. They can track it. So if you go there and it's tracked, and you go take it to a bank and you put it in, and if the government know that that's dodgy money, they're going to pick that up that you've just deposited that. So you're going to get in trouble for that.
No, but surely the strategy would be is to take the money, keep it in cash, don't put it anywhere. But every time you go to the supermarket, you get some coffee, you just use that cash.
But if that cash is counted and tracked, they will pick up those transactions and get a profile on you, and they'll arrest you.
Spending it every time, you'd need to.
Got to clean it.
You'd need to clean it.
See, that's the thing.
Give it to Sammy.
Yeah, because this money's coming out pristine.
You know, cleaning money is a big thing, and obviously banks are involved in cleaning money. Not everyone knows that. But if they're taking that, you need to clean it. But how do you clean it? Because at the end of the day, if you've just come across money, you have the option to
Lemonade. Start selling lemonade. All the change.
Well, seeing
Money
as
from the briefcase.
money's waterproof now, you just dunk it in the
Lemonade.
dishwasher or something.
No, if
Yeah, stick it in the washing machine. It'll be fucking clean as hell.
see, would you not think of returning it? Because they do give a cash reward if you do return.
No,
the lost one.
I wouldn't touch it.
No, that's the thing. I wouldn't touch it because the thing is, it's just like you're always going to have that situation in the back of your head that it is dirty money related to a crime. And if you take it, they could come after you to get their money back. Because if you stumble across 150k, that's a lot of money. Someone's going to want that fucking money.
This is some No Country for Old Men type shit.
No,
Yeah.
I'm thinking more like Agent 47. Because if that dude gets on my case, like, I'm down. Like a chandelier.
Is Agent 47 scarier than the guy from No Country for Old Men?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
I think I
think that guy's scarier.
Is.
With his like weird air machine that goes into your brain. That's pretty fucked up.
No,
No,
I
but Agent
think-
47 would use that if he had it.
No, but like, if you pick up this briefcase and go off, and you know you're being hunted by this maniac, there's like a trail of blood, right? You know you're being
there is a
hunted.
body.
So that's tension and scary, right? But if it's Agent 47, he leaves no trace. You know?
No, but that's the thing.
You
If-
just disappear.
Yeah,
What about if that money
you
is-
just die like by slipping down the stairs, but it was actually him. It's like you never know when he's coming, and the idea that could happen at any point, I wouldn't.
no,
touch that
mentally,
briefcase.
I'll be too scared. You get
there'd
paranoid.
be so much paranoia if you touch that thing.
And then you'll use that money to protect yourself, which means you'll make a trace for yourself, and that increases the chance of him killing you. Because
But
what about if
also-
that money is for an assassination? You've taken an assassin's money.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
gonna assassinate you.
That's what I'm thinking. If I've taken Agent 47's money, like, I'm fucked.
But that makes me think like back in the days where there was no digital banking, where like heists on banks was actually like a thing that was feasible,
Yeah.
where the technology wasn't insane, there weren't CCTV.
And the problem
cameras.
with that, with when people robbed bank, was that money was tracked. That was counted money.
But what about
every
before
legal
that
tender-
technology was even invented?
No, but money was
Talking about old
counted.
school.
No, because obviously old school is on every dollar, every pound, there's a number. That the banks, if a bank gets that money in and they notice that number, they know that that's because it's in sequence, right? If you give someone 100 and tens, that might go from 6 to 6, 16 to 26. That's now tracked. They know that's from that block of stolen money. And they
when
know
was that technology invented? Like, was
No,
that
that's
in like, the
printing.
Old West?
All printed money.
yeah, all printed money.
They
is-
printed
is-
money in the
yeah.
Old West, right?
I don't know.
No,
I'm
yeah,
asking-
generally
I'm
it's
asking.
printed.
But
and
it
was
would have
numbered.
been way harder for them to track that shit back then, because it would have had to been like by eye.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking 60s, 70s. Even then,
Alex is talking about before then, to be fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like
even back
robbing
then,
banks and stuff
back
before
then it
that
was all
was all you-
numbered. But it's just like in the
Yeah,
60s
yeah.
and 70s when obviously there were bank heists were in the biggest from like the 60s to 80s. That money they stopped, because if you're going to World Bank, you're taking 150k. That's 150k that's in sequence. So you've got 150k worth of numbers that can be tracked. So if you pay 100, 200 there, that's every one is another thing they can trace on you. That's why you clean money. You have to invest it in thing, or you just give it to banks. That's how the cartels in America clean money, is through banks. HSBC.
Yeah.
No, generally HSBC were involved in cleaning money for the cartels.
What is it though about? There's something about heists.
So cool.
It's like there's something really exciting about that on every level, on like a storytelling perspective.
As good as this technology is for me to think, okay, the money that I can see in my bank is like safe, right? But it would be kind of cool if I found out like a bunch of my shit was just taken by some like badass dudes.
No, do you know there's this?
You know, if I lost like half of the money I own, but it was really cool.
Okay, no, I can give you this story. It's in Brazil. I think it happened maybe in Rio de Janeiro. But basically, these 15 guys, there was a bank, the main central bank in Rio de Janeiro, like across the road, was like a derelict building or something. Or I think they were doing roadworks. So these guys pretended to be doing roadworks for months. They were digging a tunnel under the road, across the road, into the bank.
Badass.
They stole fucking like 15 million, like an obscene amount of money. Never got caught. They've never fucking found
There's something
them.
about it's like just the insane level of dedication.
Yeah,
Where it's like if you just committed yourself to like just anything else,
legit,
like,
then you can be like just as rich.
But
But that's probably why they do it. They like there is part of it where it's like a
if you get away with stealing, then you've earned it.
No, the thing is with the one in Rio, they didn't realise the money was stolen until like weeks later. When they actually went down and checked the money and it was just fucking gone.
Yeah.
Because they just fucking tunneled under the road.
But like an actual bank heist. Like that.
Yeah.
So cool.
No, because it's ingenious. You've got to fucking outsmart their systems.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of got to be a genius.
Well, that's why just over the decades, like they've had to just improve technology and just keep, because there's always scammers. There's always going to be someone that's going to try and outsmart these systems. People that would forge checks. There's like just every single thing. Like you can't. If there's money to be made, people will figure out how to fucking steal it. They will do it.
See, this is the thing. There's another one where I think it was the central bank of Malaysia or like Indonesia, where these hackers were trying to get into the system to get into the money reserve, like through the database, and they got in somehow through the printer in the office, so that once someone went to the printer and did something, it would fucking hack into the main system. And they almost got away with like 46 million or something. And it was only last minute when they realised that they'd gotten in, that these hackers got in. So if they're getting through fucking printers, like, what safety is there if the main bank's being hacked through a printer?
But riddle me this. Is like computer hacking like... Is it the same level as
It's
like...
not as cool.
No, I
as
think
like a Red Dead 2, like...
It is cool. It's cool. It's cooler when they're a part of a team. But it's not as cool because like the front lines like digging a tunnel,
under a
you
bank
know, and
for
like
months.
crawling through and stuff. It's like it's so
Putting the costumes on and playing the part.
yeah. It's
No,
like
it's not
Agent
that,
47.
because they were doing it on a road, so people would see the work being done. If they're not seeing progress, that ups the stakes. Because then it's like, are these guys doing something dodgy? Because they're doing road works and nothing's happened for months.
Yeah.
But it would be normal in England. We just look at that and like, oh, they're just fucking shit.
But no, every single one around here is like,
It's actually just some scams, some elaborate...
I mean, it is.
Oh yeah.
Road works.
That's just official scams.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it's not romantic doing it through. Like,
But the thing is,
cyber.
like, a lot of crime like that is looked at as like the path of least resistance, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. They could get a job and live like, I mean, not comfortably, but
For the same amount of like energy.
yeah, it would be easier.
Yeah.
But they go the extra mile and get like a mad payout. But they you've got to try hard to rob a bank, and you got to be willing to like put shit down. That's the thing with hacking that's less cool. You know, you get caught, it's just like straight to prison.
But it's just, like for some people just the challenge is like satisfying in and of itself. Like there are those hackers that just like they just like breaking down security systems just to see if they can do it.
They get genuinely extremely well-paying jobs because they're so
there's
fucking
a really
smart.
good on that channel that I'm blanking on, the like interview channel on.
Oh, I
YouTube.
know the one. Yeah, where all the thumbnails.
Soft White Underbelly.
Yeah.
There's an interview with a hacker, And he's like the most hackery.
It says that
he's like a genius hacker.
There's a name for those specific type of hackers who are private and hack systems to prove their weaknesses.
But he was so good. Like he just hack into shit, and he got found out, and then he ended up working for like the CIA or something. Like
because they're like, you either go to jail forever or you work for us and get paid a shit ton of money.
Which that is badass. That's cool
just hacking McDonald's main system and changing the Big Mac name and being hired by the CIA. That ain't so bad. Yeah. No, but that's like, you have to be born like a little bit. You've got to be born different to be that.
Robot. Yeah, you got to have some issues.
Yeah, you got to be like hyper focused on one thing.
Yeah,
and just do that one thing. Not many people are like that.
Yeah,
at all.
When do you think we're gonna have the hacking YouTube epidemic? Because YouTube accounts clearly ain't the fucking most protected things. So when someone gonna hack one of these big YouTubers and do something
I feel like
wacky,
that's happened loads of times. I've heard about a bunch of different scams, like people impersonating.
But that's not hacking. It's just like they get scammed and they're stupid enough to open the Steam account, log in Discord link, and lose their account.
I'm talking about people like getting phone numbers and then calling up the phone companies they know they're with and convincing them that they are the person. So then they are able to somehow get through the like two-step verification.
Yeah.
And then change everything.
That's like a whole other set of skills. That's like people skills.
Manipulation.
Yeah.
It is manipulation.
I guess YouTubers are really good at that anyway.
True.
Speak for yourself.
Bro, I'm not manipulative.
Is it too romanticised though? Because we were just saying, like, oh, it's badass.
It is fucking badass, bro. If you walk in like, give me money, and then you get arrested, it's kind of romantic.
Innocent people get hurt.
No, that's the thing.
Not when it's something like
the tunnel one.
Like the
Was
tunnel
anyone
one.
hurt with that?
No, bro, they did it over like fucking months.
Yeah, I think there's things to romanticize, and it's like we think it's cool, but we'd never go out and be like, you know what, let's do it. let's start digging. Let's go out tomorrow.
Yeah,
like we wouldn't do it, but it's cool that it happened.
I just like imagining all the ones we don't know about, where they were so flawless.
Yeah,
and it's just like they just got away with
George Clooney snuck in with Brad Pitt and just fucking.
Yeah, I guess that's why there are so many heist movies. It's such a popular genre.
It's really fast, but like it appeals to everyone. We don't like having to follow the rules. The idea of not following the rules is going to be fun, but most of us will.
It's like a huge risk reward thing.
Yeah, and most people aren't willing to risk everything.
Yeah,
for a bit of something.
See, no, this is the thing. If you want to be smart, smuggle cocaine.
That's a good clip.
This is the thing. Cocaine smugglers have set the bars so fucking low. It's not difficult because they will drive on the motor at 150 in a really fast car, like with 15 kilograms of cocaine. And obviously, your target, if you're street racing down the motorway, buy the slowest car possible. Just toddle along on the motorway at 60, full of cocaine. Yeah, the police aren't going to look at you.
Yeah, no, I saw. A few episodes ago, I was saying about my algorithm is showing me these like cops catching people, like dash cam, like body cam footage.
Yeah,
one of them was a coke smuggler,
a coke
runner, in this like BMW that he'd rented, and he was speeding. So he gets pulled over, interrogated by the police
for speeding, and then they find
he's acting
cocaine.
Suspicious as fuck. They go into the boot, just start feeling around, pull a panel out. There's a huge brick.
This is what I mean. They make it obvious that they're doing something dodgy. Don't make it obvious. Go slow. They're not going to. They're not going to stop. No, this is the thing with anything.
Like a GTA mission where you're trying to get the best like stars. Like why like your life is on the line. Why are you doing that? Just to go a bit faster.
It's like the thing is like if you make yourself obvious, it's like with anything car related. As long as you're within the law, the police will never stop you. As long as you're not obviously breaking the law, you're fine.
That's the thing. If a lot of like drug runners and smugglers and dealers and whatever, if you've like read up on what the police are allowed to do, I'm sure so many of them could get away with so much more.
Yeah,
you've got to learn your enemy if you want to beat them.
It's so true. It's like
that's why they say you have the right to remain silent, right?
Yeah, that's why, like, guilty or innocent, and you are in a situation where the cops are interrogating you and you're in one of those rooms, interrogation room. Don't say shit till you get a lawyer. Because if you say the wrong thing, they can just lock you up.
Yeah.
No, it's this thing. Just start talking about cars.
Jim Can't Swim. Start talking about.
I just start talking about laws. Be like, I got input in these parts.
Yeah.
You fucking bore the shit
You end
out
up in like an asylum.
Well, we'll see you after these messages.
Well, we'll see you after these messages.
This is where someone's gonna rent out the house next to us and start digging under the roads into
just a road.
Things in this room are just gonna start disappearing.
Where did Piggy go?
What?
No.
Piggy?
That's
This
what you
pig?
want to steal.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, yeah, the pig.
Now that one's too heavy. They won't get away quick enough.
Who makes Skodas?
Bye, Bear Bear. Bye, Bear Bear.
I do declare, buy Bear Bear.
Bear Bear shirts and mug available now. Check the description below.
Welcome back to the second half of the show, where we head over to Reddit and answer some questions. I'm going to say, I just read up on the bank heist I just mentioned in the previous half. Go read up on it. It's actually fucking mental. It was one of the largest bank heists in history.
What year was it again?
2005.
Is that what inspired the Fast and Furious 5 thing?
Possibly,
I think it
yeah.
inspired that Spike Lee movie, maybe. I don't know, baby. There's so many heist movies. So.
The only one worth seeing is Heat. Go watch Heat.
Sexy Beast is good.
Heat and Drive.
Baby Driver?
No, not Drive.
Baby Driver's good.
Baby Driver. Subaru
Drive is
WRX.
good, though. I don't think it's a heist movie, though.
No,
I
Drive's
reckon
not a heist.
Good Time is a heist movie.
Mm-hmm.
Really good movie.
Yeah. No, there are so many good heist movies. It's just
Yeah.
a fun sub-genre.
It's always engaging.
Let's do some questions from the subreddit. Big Lad Luke is going to get us going. Hi, lads. Did any of you have any memorable guilty pleasure UK TV shows you'd watch as a kid? My mum would constantly be watching awful shows like Snog, Marry, Avoid, Take Me Out, and Jeremy Kyle.
Oh, take
Just
me
to
out.
name a few. They got awful, but a part of me secretly loved them growing up, especially how bizarre Snog, Marry, Avoid is. On the topic of UK TV... Oh no, we don't need to do multiple.
No likey, no wifey. Have you seen that he's broken up? He's broken up with his wife.
Wait, was
No.
that Snog, Marry, Avoid?
No, that was
Take Me Out.
yeah.
What?
What a banger of a TV show.
Why would he say no likey, no
No likey, no lighty. I was making a joke.
Oh, no lighty, yeah.
Yeah, no
because all the
likey because
women
now he
don't
doesn't
like
have a
him.
wife.
Was that a Sun headline?
No, that's what I made up.
Was
That
it-
was an
yeah.
Oh, you should.
That's like a whole thing on UK TV, like the Love Island presenter guy.
Mm. I hate all that stuff, but no wifey, no likey, or
No
whatever. the fuck-
lighty, right?
No likey, no lighty.
the worst.
Even though there is a light, it just changes colour, right?
Yeah, it goes wed.
Yeah.
That
But-
was Take Me Out, right?
My guilty
Take Me Out,
pleasure
that-
was Babe
I
Station.
completely. I did enjoy watching Take Me Out because it was like
I'd forgotten about that one.
it was like just the scum of the UK being sent off to.
Isn't that why people like
Love Island.
like what do you call it? Just like guilty pleasure,
Yeah.
EastEnders.
like trash TV.
I-
No,
I-
like Jeremy Kyle. Like,
Jeremy
That's been cancelled. That's not a thing.
No, but I remember like being ill off school or whatever, and nothing is on live TV back before like, you know, proper internet and whatnot. All that's on daytime TV was like Jeremy Kyle.
Yeah. You know what though? Dickinson's Real Deal. That shit slaps.
You like Real Deal?
Dickinson's Real Deal. Because every season he just got like oranger and oranger.
True. You cared more about the orangeness than the deals, though.
Yeah.
No, not true.
Because it would be like two boring old people talking about some like plate that they
Yeah.
want to sell for like 50 quid. And then he turns up and he's like, what's going on here then? And it's like, whoa, this fucking orange dude just
Yeah,
turns
he's
up.
just made this plate the most fucking fascinating thing
Yeah.
I've ever
Mate,
seen.
he carried that show on his shoulders like a
He
titan.
carried that plate on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're not lying there, because if you know, any daytime TV was just Dave and repeats of Top Gear. Loved it. I would say Top Gear is trashy as fuck.
Yeah.
Top Gear's really
Top
trashy.
Gear, because I've worked at pubs and shit, and when I had like a boring daytime middle of the week shift, it would be going through the channels, with nothing on. If tennis was on, I'd watch tennis, because I think tennis is quite an intense sport.
Yeah. I've been to Wimbledon.
Epic. but it would be a case of I keep going, and then Top Gear comes on, and it's like this is the only thing I can bear.
Mm.
And sometimes you would get a banger episode where it was like,
Yeah.
this is they're
Maybe
doing
like
something
they
cool.
turned a Fiat Panda into a limo or something.
Yeah.
You know
So it's
what?
like, that's mildly interesting. I'll watch that.
I
Yeah.
can't watch TV and I can't do it.
No.
Yeah, it's awful. I hate TV.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is building up to like a shut up. Yeah, the fucking Love Island lizard is here now to scream at you.
You also watch Love Island, don't you?
What is the Love
No.
Island lizard?
You have watched Love Island. You watched the last season, didn't you?
No,
You watched it. No, you did.
no, I didn't. I actually refused to engage. No, I saw part of like one of them, and for that video I made years ago.
My parents
watched
watch
a
it,
bunch.
and they watch it
Everyone
every
in
day.
the UK watches it, man.
And I see it, and it's like, this is the most fucking basic ass.
it makes me
fuckboy shit.
depressed.
Yeah, it's depressing.
I find it like distressing to watch that show.
Yeah.
No, I genuinely think that sort of content, it's the same as X Factor, Britain's Got Talent sort of stuff.
It uses the same sound effects.
Yeah, but it's culturally damaging.
You think stuff like X Factor and like,
Yeah,
because that was a big one. Again, this is all like pre crazy social media internet type stuff. But like that's just what people talked about. Was like, oh, did you see the X Factor
Yeah.
final?
Or everyone likes the like X Factor
Auditions, because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, let's ask
like,
the funny
oh,
person.
look, people like people with no self-awareness making a fool of themselves for us all to laugh.
Yeah.
It's cringe. It's just the typical cringe
yeah.
enjoyment thing.
But it's
Yeah.
like it's actually just nasty. I hate seeing it.
Yeah, that's the same reason Jeremy Kyle's fucked up. 'Cause it's like taking the most vulnerable people and then humiliating them for people to like gawk at.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really sad that it's like equivalent to me as watching gladiator shit in the Colosseum. Watching someone just throw their life away.
Basically. Yeah. For 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then you'll never remember them.
Mm-hmm.
You know? What was that life
But it's
worth?
like entertainment used to be like, oh, who's getting decapitated publicly this weekend?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. This heister.
Yeah. No, but that makes me think of like, every now and again I'm reminded of You've Been Framed. And how like YouTube and TikTok it's just destroyed. It's irrelevant. It's pointless. You can find out any clip you want. You don't need to wait for Harry Hill to intro it and add his own
Yeah.
beats.
You know what? Harry Hill was a guilty pleasure of mine.
I preferred when Dawn French did it.
No, I'm not talking about You've Been Framed, but Harry Hill, the Harry Hill.
Oh,
show.
TV Burp.
TV Burp, that's right.
TV Vote was a bit
James
of
loved TV
No, I
Vote.
did love it. I did.
Yeah.
You loved it the most.
I did. I'm not ashamed of admitting that I love TV Burp.
Yeah. I've got a soft spot for Harry Hill himself.
A trained general practitioner.
Yeah.
And there he goes.
Like kind of a genius.
Fight!
Yeah. It's proof that everyone wants to know who's going to win out of this and that in a fight.
Mhm.
Did he ever do Mike Tyson versus
Yeah.
a big
I bet you
gorilla?
did.
Yeah. Let's find it
Who would win, Harry Hill or Dawn French?
in a fight. Yeah, there's only one way to find out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really the thing I kind of watch. I guess I watch like trash YouTube videos instead.
I liked Sherlock when it was out. When you look back at that stuff and it's like,
There's some funniness there, yeah.
it's bad. It's like really bad.
Eric May says this, hey boys, there's been some talk in the past of doing gimmick episodes at different locations, such as the Netherlands, when the boys were going to take a trip there, the Dream Lounge, or even just somewhere outside. Have the boys considered this at all? A Dream Lounge episode would easily be a contender for the best Gimmick episode. I feel like that's one you'd need certain permissions for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there would be like certain things that could make it really like funny, but
we'd have to be prepared.
Well, the thing is with the Dream Lounge one especially, is like
I don't even know what it's like in there.
yeah, I've got no idea. Well,
I've spent a fair amount of time there myself.
Well, all my time I've spent there is like blurry, you know. It's a haze, a fleshy haze. But like for it to be utilized to its full potential, I don't think it would be suitable for YouTube. For YouTube, like for it to be as funny as it could be.
We'd have to
like just doing a normal cast.
Yeah, because obviously that would be the ultimate humor is like everyone getting a lap dance and not addressing it, and just doing a podcast.
Yeah. That would be hilarious.
Obviously, that's not YouTube content.
Exactly.
That's Pornhub content, basically.
Yeah.
We'd have to also doing it in the Dreamland probably won't let us do it in the Dreamland, so we'd have to go private. We'd have to hire strippers privately and get lap dances privately in a set that looks like the Dreamland.
No, I remember back during Crackhead era Alex, that was like a jar idea I had, was to like hire someone like that, like a dancer or whatever, but just have them be on the podcast. Like, no, I don't need you to dance, just sit down and let's just have a chat
about like Mike Tyson and gorillas.
that I feel like that's a good idea for anyone that will take money to do things.
Just have them do a podcast with you.
Yeah, just have them sit down, like nothing about what they do.
Yeah,
but you just pay them to be there for their time.
Because it's not like
a normal cast.
No, but you're not exploiting them. Because that's the thing when people do these type of things, they exploit them and make a fool of them for money because they're trying to make ad revenue off them. But if you're generally paying someone to be on a cast and you're not embarrassing them or mocking them, you're generally just having conversations with them. You're not exploiting that person.
Yeah.
So ethically, it's perfectly sound.
In my opinion, you mean like never address who they are even?
Just have a genuine conversation with them, and you're paying them. So like, there's no issue there.
Yeah. Easiest paycheck of their lives.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
But in saying this, we do have potentials lined up. Don't we, James?
We do. We do.
Let's not get too excited.
Yeah.
With JAR Media, we've always got something in the works. Yeah. We don't know what, but there's something.
HH997 says, howdy. As one of the potentially millions of billions of American JAR listeners, I have found that a lot of the British words / phrases you guys say simply don't work in an American accent. For example, when I say mingers in my Midwest American accent, I feel as though I'm saying a slur. Additionally, saying JAR or JARCast sounds equally wrong. So my question for y'all is, are there any American words that you think sound wrong or weird to say in a British accent?
Yeah, y'all.
Cheers, lads, and thanks for all the epic funnies. Mingers.
Mingers.
JARCast.
JARCast.
There's this podcast I found, JAR.
Nothing works in an American accent. That's the problem.
Yeah. Apart from y'all.
Howdy, y'all. Howdy as well. Howdy works. I say howdy quite a lot.
You do.
I say howdy to people like...
There is one that really gets me when Americans say it. Twat.
Oh, yes, that is awful. I do not like that at all.
Mate. Mate doesn't work when it's...
Bloody doesn't work.
I do like it when Americans like try to do a British accent. I do like that because it's like...
Because it's terrible.
It's just so fucked up.
Nah, frick. No. Frick is the one. Americans saying frick is like...
I've always had a
problem.
Brought that up separate from this question.
So you don't like Sammy Classic?
What the
little frick.
I respect him.
I respect it.
But as someone who lives in England, do you not find frick annoying? Because we are so our culture is very much used to saying fuck. So
No, but there's like a joke in The Boys where like the character who is a father, who in the previous seasons when he's around all the main characters is like swearing, he's got a potty mouth, but then in a scene where his daughter's like in the room, he's like filtering the normal swears he would say with stuff like frick.
But some Americans aren't filtering. That's the thing. Just say the F word.
I can understand that though, if like you just get conditioned if you're around young kids all the time to like filter yourself like that.
No, but why would you use the frick as a replacement then when you can just not use frick?
It's weird that like you have to pass a barrier until you can just freely use these words around pretty much whoever you want.
I think starting to swear is probably the downfall of me. I think it's been like a downward spiral since then.
No, but
I swear
swearing
so
is
much.
nice.
No, but bro, I say it a lot. I'll just walk into my kitchen, it's like, have a drink, and it's like C word. There you go. And it's just like,
just open it and get fucked.
Why'd you say C word?
cunt.
Yeah.
Because cunt's like an actual horrible word. And
It's not though.
I'll walk into the kitchen and be like,
I
oh,
think
you
it's the
stupid
biggest,
cunt,
like,
and nobody's there.
It's the lamest shit that cunt is considered like, ooh, can't say that one.
Isn't that one that is a bigger deal in America?
Yeah, it's a bigger deal here.
It's
No,
a big.
I'd say it's more desensitized here.
No, my parents
it's a
get
big deal
upset at me
both.
when I say the C word. When I say cunt, they get genuinely annoyed
Is
at
it
me.
just because of like the school we went to then, or what?
yeah, everyone was saying it. At like the age of 7.
No, I remember the first time I heard it. It was when someone in my maths class got angry at the teacher, called him a cunt, and threw a chair at him, and then left the room. And I was like, "What did he say?"
Yeah. No, that's one where like the first time you hear it, it's like, is that even a swear word? It doesn't. It like.
Yeah, I thought he like
fuck from the get go. Fuck is like fuck, you know.
Yeah, that's one you can't turn back from. It's too good. It's multi-purpose. It's satisfying to say. It doesn't really.
But
no one's really a
is-
victim
Cunt
when you
is
say it.
specialized. But cunt means vagina.
Yeah. As does twat. Or as Americans like to say, twat.
But generally, have you ever referred to someone's vagina as a cunt?
No.
Because it's fucking gross. It's a horrible word.
No, but like, have you ever referred to someone's vagina as minge? Who the fuck says minge?
No, but minge is kind of funny.
Minge is funny. But I feel
That's
like
the thing.
minge was the cunt of its day.
No.
I feel like it was. I feel
don't
like
think it was.
people would have tiptoed around minge. And then cunt was developed, and they're like, wow, this minge is nothing. You heard of this C-U-N-T? But like, to me, no penis swear word. Like, the worst is cock, I guess. And that means chicken. Male chicken.
Yeah, that's kind of pathetic, man.
Yeah, it's pathetic, but like cunt has this whole aura of like, ooh, you gotta tiptoe around this one. You
No,
know?
because
Why?
the way I see it is with cunt. I'm pretty sure we've had the cunt discussion a fair amount. Cunt is like used a lot, but it seems like it's actually. If I call you a cunt, it's like it's malicious.
Yeah.
I actually fucking hate you. So that's why I never use the C word to describe someone, because it's like that's with deep intentions of wanting to be a twat.
But it can be said frivolously, though.
No.
Yeah, you cheeky
like-
cunt.
Yeah, like that.
I guess it's the context and the way you use it. But it's like if I actually
and
generally
but
say
if I
something,
was like, you fucking dick, after you did something, right?
Don't be a dickhead.
Yeah, stop being a dick.
but if you
Why are
if
you
you
being such a cock?
yeah, but if then you said, "Why am I being a cunt?" Then it's
What?
like we're actually we're going.
No, that's not
there's
true.
beef.
That's not true. It's all in how I say it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But I think of all the words to use maliciously, cunt is the worst. I don't think there's a word that is in genuine aggressive tone. Nothing's as bad as cunt. What is worse? Don't look at me like that.
There are way worse words.
Okay, there
You've
are
got to
ways.
think about what the word means, where it came from.
Okay,
and
no,
cunt is
I
nothing.
know. I know what you mean. That word just completely bypassed my head. I wasn't thinking of that one.
But like bitch, I feel like bitch could be worse. If I call you a bitch, it's like whatever.
Well, no, that's what literally does. A bitch is nothing when we're playing Apex.
I call my mum a bitch. Bro.
No, honestly, if you, calling a mum a bitch is like death sentence.
I feel like I could call my mum a cunt at this point.
Mm.
But if I call her a bitch, that's like, nah, even I won't go there, you know?
Interesting.
And you push the
language is so
limits.
fascinating in this way.
Yeah.
It's so complicated.
So what's
But it's all about understanding how other people will react to that.
Mhm.
Like, I can say any of those words to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
In that context, I don't think it's a problem. But if I go to someone, like an old lady on the street, and I'm like, "Oh, you doing, you cheeky cunt?" She's gonna be like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
You know.
So what? No, but if bitch, if bitch is what we can't use to our mums, what's the word we can't say to our dads?
Any of them.
No, generally is that. It is that, especially in my house.
I wouldn't call my dad a dick, a cock, a cunt, a bitch.
So it's like none at all.
Yeah.
Have you gotten angry and ever said any of them to your dad?
I would have said fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
But that fuck off isn't like you're a twat.
No,
You're a cunt. You're a fucking prick.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm pretty sure I shouted at my dad yesterday and said horrible things to him. Because this was
You're
the
pretty
guy's
sure?
right. situation where I was like fucking losing my mind because guys is literally squealing in pain and my dad was doing nothing. So I was like, fucking do something, you fucking dick. Sitting there doing fuck all. You can design an air conditioning unit, but you can't get a stick out of his fucking mouth. Like, I went in and I was being a cunt. I did apologise, but it's just like, he was doing nothing and I was getting really emotional. But otherwise, I would never swear at my parents. But I swear in the proximity.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Again, a
Yeah,
different
our
thing.
proximity swear.
Yeah. Like, I need to stop swearing. It's a problem.
I don't think it's inherently a problem.
I think it is.
Why? It's just how language has gone.
No, it's just I do it too much. Gotta be reserved.
The thing is, if someone never swears, if someone never gets animated, and then they do, and they swear and get animated, that has a serious effect.
That's got a punch.
Yeah, that's
true.
like,
A
wow.
highlight, yeah, big.
But the thing is, if I stop swearing and get serious and concise,
Mm-hmm.
that's like the equivalent.
Yeah.
That's the nuance of language.
Complicated babies. Let's do two more. Big Lad Luke says, one of my favourite things about the cast is that each member isn't afraid to admit if they don't find another member's joke funny, rather than pretending it is. This makes the cast feel much more real and even leads to some hilarious to some hilarious arguments. My question is, what are each of your least favourite jar memes? Are there any that you absolutely hate? Hope you lads have had a great week.
This is me and Alex going to be like, oh, that one was pretty good actually. And James just being like, that was the fucking worst one.
I think I just proved the whole debate with what I said. So change.
You
next
love the
question.
gut. You said you can't stop doing it.
I don't like. No. This is the thing. Alex is an infection. Alex is brain rot. Because when Alex thinks of these new little memes, it sinks into you as he keeps saying it, and you become normalised to it. And then you're at work around your colleagues, and you're just saying these Alex phrases like a lunatic.
Mm-hmm.
I've been walking around work going baguk. I can't stop myself.
That's what I mean though. Like, proximity to Alex
Changes you.
it genuinely does. It makes you say things. The thing is, I feel like you do it on purpose as well.
You know it. That's what it does.
No.
You start it off light, you know,
There's a whole
They're
like
rare.
process.
There's an arch. It grows. It develops.
Yeah.
You dribble in a few little bits here and
you
there.
sprinkle it, and by the time we've caught on to one of them, and we're doing it all the time, you've moved on, and
Yeah,
you're
it's
sprinkling in the next one.
Months behind.
You're leaving constant breadcrumbs and like a loaf of bread, and by the time we get to the loaf of bread, the next loaf of bread's already put down.
No, but Alex
Like, you've
is finding it funny. He's already eaten the bread of the next one.
Yeah,
He's
it's half a loaf of bread, and Alex has had a whole half, and you and me are getting half of that half. We're
But
getting
Alex
a
has
quarter
already
each.
eaten the other half, and we've
Yeah.
eaten that half. He's so far ahead in his little meme.
No, but that strategy makes it so. Even if it is one that like fucking it like sucks, it's always funny to me. Like, eh?
Yeah, I fucking hate that one. That's the one I was expecting today. When I was saying, give Alex 5 seconds to do his thing. Because normally you'll do an intro, it'll be quiet for a second, you'll go, eh? And it sucks, I hate it.
There's got to be one you like really don't like that isn't
No.
The one that's always like just scratched the angry part of my brain was the argy that fucking just pissed me off.
James loved that one.
I don't remember ever hearing that one. I think that's how
Oh, no,
much
you
traumatized.
definitely
That's how
heard that
angry I
one.
was. I just nuked it from my mind.
When I'd always do the argy voice.
You can't even do it.
Yeah,
anymore.
no, I
That's
remember
how
it.
it's-
That isn't the argy voice a different thing when you say things in the argy voice? Because that fucking pissed me off. I
No,
fucking.
but you'd always start by going,
Tim, you're bringing it back.
yeah.
You do remember, and you loved it.
I did not love it.
I don't
It's one
think.
of those things that's like I want to hear it, but I really don't.
Yeah.
It makes me angry, but like
No, it doesn't.
I need more of it. I need to hear it.
No,
The ones that only you can do are special ones.
yeah.
But what are the ones only I can do?
The argue voice.
No, the
No one else can do it quite right.
the thing of the shadow abandoned episodes. I don't know how to do it. Oh, I'm pissing me off a fair bit.
I love that one. That's like a deep jar meme. Like so deep that even Jarlings don't know.
Is that even in an episode? It's so fucking awful, that one.
It's not the. It's good. I like that one. I like all of them.
That's the thing, though.
You know what? In hindsight, Joe Pasquale. In hindsight,
Really?
Awful.
in hindsight, Goatsy, because Goatsy brings back a trauma for me.
Really?
Where you guys put gay HD porn on my Xbox and got
And
gay
Sonic
seed or
themes.
whatever on my Xbox. Would have been funny if it was your Xbox, but it was when I was out like working or something.
No,
You
yeah,
guys
no,
gay HD
we
porn.
went on Modio and like downloaded some custom themes and like I think one of them was.
No, Golden Sonic you put on mine. On mine, and I just used it for like 6 years after. I didn't give a shit. But you guys, the fact that you guys found it funny pissed me off. You know? So it was like, it really doesn't make a difference, but you guys would see it and laugh and shit and be like, we really got you. And it's like, you didn't know. I don't care.
No,
But
you're
the fact
actually
that you're
like,
laughing means that you win. You know?
James to love that one.
Oh, that one was funny.
But surely there's ones you really don't like, James, because
James doesn't like most of them.
No, that's the thing. You know,
Pussy.
no, it gives you an even bigger ego boost because when you start getting my first reactions, I hate them every time, and you find it even funnier that way.
There's the occasional one that you're just like,
Yeah, Bear.
yeah.
Oh, Bear.
Everyone loves Bear.
I think
Bear's
Bear might be
The best.
the most instant like infectious one. That
Yeah.
like no one was like, stop doing it.
Yeah, Bear's just good.
No, Ulani Loy is my favourite.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love it.
Ulani Loy.
But that's one that if I had to like put money down, I'd be like, James would fucking hate that.
Yeah.
one.
What about Pit Pot Poi?
No, Pit Pot Poi is good.
Everyone loves Pit Pot Poi as well.
Pit Pot Poi, Ulani Loy, Bear. They're like the golden trio. They are every Jar Media member represented by an Alex saying.
Who's Pit Pot Poi? Alex.
I'm Ulani Loy and you're Bear.
Why am I Bear?
Bile.
Obey. But James hates pussy.
Mm.
Oh, I love pussy.
That's an old school one, though, isn't it? We haven't done that one in a long time.
But
No,
We kind of did
I
today.
hated pussy. The actual meme
Diarrhea.
pussy. Yeah, diarrhea pussy while cringe.
Wow, cringe. No, but that dude that made the song.
Yeah, that's what made it, redeemed
Pussy diarrhea.
Oh, wow, cringe.
Yeah,
It's
he made.
fucking so cool. Like he cemented
Pussy
the
diarrhea.
order
Yeah.
of pussy diarrhea wow cringe in song form. It's so cool.
That's golden standard. That's number one. That's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James hates crazy goblins.
I hate crazy goblins. I don't understand everyone's obsession.
Yeah.
Like you've made better funny songs.
Yeah, Minion Supreme.
Minion Supreme better. Like all of them better.
The Woody one.
Woody one funny.
What's wrong
I
with
feel-
crazy goblins?
It's the most like cringy one.
Yeah, that.
Crazy goblin. Crazy goblin.
But like I can't just immediately think like, oh, there's crazy goblins like it's stuck in my head like
But Minion
the
Supreme.
bird one. Like that's just the Cloud Beyond. That's just a little melody you invented on a harmonica, playing it totally wrong. you were singing into the harmonica.
Yeah, it gave it a unique effect, huh?
I guess. Yeah. No. Like, it's actually quite good.
No, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's genuinely like better than all of the songs on the last.
What about piss shit or
4.
urine?
Piss shit or urine? Good.
Oh, calm.
Well, how about poo poo?
Poo poo. Who invented poo poo?
Gold.
But I that's one I always say. I'm always on about poo poo.
But I don't feel like that was one of my things.
I always say poo poo. That's all I'm saying.
It makes me think of like a French guy being like, ah, poo poo.
Yeah. But like I hate the thing is any word to do with shit is shit. I hate saying, oh, I need to shit. Or I need to poo. Who says, oh, one sec, I just gotta go poo.
That's why I'll say shit like, oh, I gotta go release.
Yeah, because they suck. They're like, any word describing poo is shit, right?
Well, yeah.
But if you say poo poo, poo poo, I need to do a poo poo.
My
That's kind of a comedy
favorite,
goal.
It's
my
suddenly
favorite is
funny.
using like the scientific word. Like, I just gotta go drop some feces.
Mm.
You know, I gotta release some urine.
Yeah, I
That's
need
too
to go
vivid.
urinate.
That's too much.
I need to go spray urine out of my urethra.
No,
is cool.
squirt piss is one as well. I need to go squirt some piss.
Yeah.
What about slash? I gotta go slash.
I gotta go give her a real slosher. What about the one-eyed snake? I need to go release the one-eyed snake.
I don't know about that one.
I remember that vividly because on my like 20th birthday I was playing that cowboy game that's like a first-person shooter, Call of Juarez.
Oh yeah.
The first-person cowboy one. The like one Call of Juarez that's really good.
Yeah, it's like an artsy one with the weird art style. Really fucking good
It's got
game.
like the comic panel sort of.
Was it like
Yes,
cell
cutscenes
shaded
in
or something?
between.
yeah, cell shaded
yeah.
comic
And I
strip.
was playing that at your flat, and I just remember there's a cutscene between like 2 levels where the main character's like, "I just need to go release my one-eyed snake," because he needs to piss because he's been.
See, the
drinking and
context
telling
of a
story.
cowboy saying it, then I'm like, okay.
But I remember you saying like that's just the most disgusting way to describe a cock. A one-eyed snake.
Yeah, it's quite
And it
vivid.
is, yeah. I agree.
But that's almost part of why you'd say it. It's just like,
Yeah. It's kind of like dominant in that way. You know? Everyone's like, oh, fuck off.
uh-huh.
You know? So you win.
It's okay, so there's an area here we haven't delved into, and that's wanking. What's the wanking?
We haven't talked about gooning. That's like a jar meme.
Yeah.
That is a jar meme, yeah. I don't know if that's a good one, though.
It is. It's stayed around too long for it to not be a good one.
No, because it's become a good descriptive word for being in a hole. A
Yeah,
goon hole.
Yeah.
For being like obsessive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
goon,
yeah,
a
yeah.
goon. No, it's caught on more than anything else, I think. How many Jarlings use goon? How many Jarlings
few.
goon?
And there's like so many examples of it in like media too. The Goon Squad from Space Jam.
Mm-hmm.
The Goon Squad, the TikTok goon, the YouTube Shorts goon.
We are the Goon Squad and we're coming to town. Beep beep.
Yeah. What's the football team that are called the Gooners?
Arsenal. Gooners.
Go Gooners.
We are Gooners and we are proud. Arsenal.
We
Dickheads.
Yeah, I don't know.
Number 1, gooning. Are we doing one more question?
Nah,
Or
that's
was
it.
that the last
That's
one?
it. Nah, that's it.
That's the one. I think that's the one.
Okay. Diggle diggle.
Tickle, tickle,
Diggle diggle diggle.
Take us away, James. Create a new one.
Okay, let me have a.
We didn't even talk about.
No. No, that has cemented its place.
But that was coming from James, like being a contrarian, hating the SpongeBob laugh, and then like doing it ironically. But then it became superior.
Yeah. Yeah. But then I did it better than James, so.
You can't make a new one. I don't have the.
No, you can't. That is the number one rule. You can't try to make a new
you
one.
can't make
Yeah.
a new one.
It just has to be 100% natural.
Yeah, it's just born.
Yeah.
And I do not have the orifices to create such a being. Alex,
A lot of it is
does.
just like rhyming.
Yeah. Like just starting with the word loy.
Yep.
Lani loy.
Chip.
Pip pop poi. Yeah.
Screwsy-eyed joy. If you put I into something.
Yeah, there's
just
something
works.
about I.
But maritime is one of my favorite.
Maritime boy. Yeah, because
Maritime boy. Because
Hmm.
Argy is the maritime boy. I imagine Argy in a little sailor seat.
Oh no!
Yeah. No,
Alex has ever put him in the maritime boy suit. Kill Alex and him.
well, we'll see you around.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this part of the show where we head over to our lovely Patreons and we give them a little shout out as a thank you for supporting the show and helping make the audio versions possible. So a big thank you to
Kryto. This concludes the patron name segment. Here are some ideas for what I would name my children. Skek. Putting my thumb in your school canteen curry. Italia, magma slug. It's 3:30, time for HRT, and the substance is estrogen. Levi, pearl slug, aka believe nothing, learn nothing shirt. Dr. Daluk Solo, Shab Angu. Oliver Holm, John By. Dexter McCall, Goonchi Guna. I love Babor Bell, she is my queen. Owen H. Canty is stuck in Warzone Tower. Joseph Rutland. There's a bear waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd bear our minds. Oh. Randy kills the JAR cinematic universe. Neo Theo. Alex is the very model of a scientist Solarian. His xenoscience studies range from Coochie to Toydarian. James Dad. Zell, that was a good one. Zell. Simon Steele. La Grinchy, a tragically heartwarming retelling of the timeless tale of Pisidic, the father of James. Joku. Toye. James's dad, whoa. James's father, whoa. James's daddy, whoa. James's papa, woo. James's pops. Thomas G. Formally requesting more As They Say videos on YouTubers, a la the Nostalgia Critic video. Tell me about it. I would love that. James's dad. You and James, Craig Doherty. Big up, Salisbury better than Swindon. Krillmuncher. Unwashed reptile. James's dad. The forlorn pisctator. My, someone fetch a priest. You can't say no to James's dad the beast. Jarling. I'm loving all the rhyming. Manny Sanchez. Logan. I do declare voice. I, Doug Dibberdome, owner of the Dimsdale Dibberdome, do declare this here Republic of Barbaya. Evan Pilling, Panzerkampfwagen VI Tiger aus E. Short Ass Brapple, Tongue-Tied, Corey Lado. James, you're looking rather scrumptious today. Moto's tragic backstory. James's dad, aka the Free Guy follower. Fappin' and clappin', it's happening. Lappin' up sap that I've splat on the mat and the substance is masculine. Travis King, Captain Clungehole. I'm not reading that name out loud. Stormy Mains Lober. James Dada. I do declare that is a random minion XD. Grant Connor, Jack Price, Kelly Levine, Kooky, Cheeky Lil Lloyd, Stone Weevil. Never believed in magic until I saw my dog turn into a snake. Sketch. My dello falaguts. Misa do declare sir Baya sir. Avicunt. Ben Balcom. State of Velasca. Harvey Cohen. Callum Quick. James's dad. Toe Sucker. Mr. Chips, beaten, bruised and sobbing, stands as a man gives him a silver platter, lifting the lid to reveal 2 yellow butt cheeks. I do declare that I did not fuck my cat. I did not come on my cat. I did not put my dick anywhere near my cat. In case you didn't know, well, I'm the type of guy who will never settle down. In fact, where pretty girls are, well, you know. Dangly Langley, James's dada. Tony Oswalt. Sad Nietzsche shit. Pad Thai is an Asian ancient cuisine. Begone, I say, ye foolish savage. I am God, the golden god, and my rage will fall upon you with the power of 1,000 storms. And now it's your turn.
Ooh.
I'm the kind of guy.
It is my turn. What is...
After begone.
Whoever is reading this has to blow a kiss. XX. Cosney McGungdle, Megamind Pussy. Introducing the Illuminati, the sexiest man alive, James, Beast, the king of the corgis, and Alex. I went to Kalid and all I got was Scarlet what? Water-powered Bear. Bear, I do announce to all those true and fair, none thou compare to those who declare Bear. Krusty Kamikaze, Harriet Broadley, Crypt Keeper, James's dad, The Bush, Imported Guest, Tom Baranak, Gilbert the Awesome One, James is Dad, Nate's Minifigs, James Darth Maul killed Quan House, My Gooch is a scratch and sniff skin sticker, James stole my cock and balls for the parts he sells on his website, Recorder Enthusiast, Cobble Wad, Drain My Cock Johnson, Chaser the Dragon, Michael from NZ, I inject mice with green acid experiment. The person reading this is sexy and epic. Joseph Jewish Jarling, I'm going to kill Alex. This is not a joke. I'm going to fucking assassinate Alex. Nice. Tom Fudging Armstrong, Free Palestine, Piss Drinkers Unleashed, Stephen is Human, Meekly, Konatada, Butter me up some porn on the cob. Up on Melancholy Hill there's a Mazda 3. James's dad, Thomas Martin. Before I hand this iPad off to you, you should know that I let Pissadick use it, and now it's full of piss. Swish, swish. Quebec Films. Aura, Keck Flexington, Ben, Fartbag, Gez, Fiddle, Dream Awful 2142, Melvin, Brother of the Joker, Misa Wanawanga, King Kong Fan 3, Yuan Niwa Toriga Iru Aka. There are 2 chickens in the backyard and 2 chickens in the front. James's dad, Danny G. Baselord, Woodpecker from Mars, Edgy Airecher, Man Boy Loy, James's Bab, Evil Goblin, Ego in a Bee-Boo shirt listening to Idle High Grazy Goblins cover, Creamer, Sam, Adam Johnston, Tom Buies, James Loves Family Guy, Hi Siri, show me local MILFs in my area. Doesn't work, I've tried. Super Conscious, Joel Stewart, Edgy Hecker, When Blackbirds Fly 2016, Big Whoops, Gremblow, Jose BG, Kuta Panda, Lucy Tyres and Asian Anal Queen, Randy Ruins Patreon, The Pooh Man. We should probably skip this name because it references James's various sexual crimes against humanity. Katia fucking Manigan and David Wallace.
Thanks, everyone.
Big thank you, lovelies.
How come when we used to do it, it would go like 12 minutes?
Because we were crap at it, bro. And Jim was involved. As soon as Jim's involved, it just goes downhill.
Well, I suppose if we're waiting on him.
Honestly, no, keep this in. Jamie is the worst person when it comes to keeping time. If you say you're going to meet at 10, he will turn up at 11 or 12.
I can deal with it sometimes.
No, because this is the thing.
I was hungry, man. I was hungry.
We are quite
suffering.
similar when it comes to times. It's like if we're organising anything, we just want to know when, so we can do what we need to do between
So yeah,
now
you
and
block out your day.
Yeah, because if you're waiting around for an answer, your day's wasted. You've wasted that time trying to get an answer to know what you can do in that time. Jamie is someone who'll never give an answer, no matter what, and it pisses both of us off.
He just posts memes, man. He just be memeing.
Yeah, it's me. So you're trying to, Jamie, should we go to this Caribbean? He sends this Lord of the Rings TV advert. Like, what? We need to know what time to get food. And he didn't. When we went from Caribbean today to here to record, he didn't say anything, and now he's not here.
What do you think it is? Some kind of like power thing? Like he likes how frustrated we become.
Yes, I know. I think he takes pleasure from
withholding the info.
Yeah.
So I got to admit, sometimes I do enjoy.
You absolutely do enjoy withholding info.
Not like in that way though.
No, because this actually messes up our day. This is actually wasting our time. Yours is just like fun. You're withholding info to annoy me because I want to know about EC or something.
Yeah.
Jamie is withholding info, which by doing so ruins our day.
Ruins it.
Ruins it. This is a call out, Jim. Short your shit out, or we're going to cancel you. A whole episode dedicated to the cancellation of Jamie for his lack of proper timekeeping. Not on.
That'd be a good.
I've got food to porn to watch. Okay, I ain't got time to waste.
The cancellation of Jamie Beltman. The cancellation of Futa.
No, please.
That's my first act as Prime Minister. I ban Futa. Or I make it a legal requirement.
No, bro, make it a legal requirement. You'll fix...
Every car has to have Futa.
Futa attacher. No matter where you go, there's Futa attacher.
Plastered all over it. And every time you get in trouble with the police, you have to put another one on.
Yeah, it's like a tally. The more crimes you commit...
You see a vehicle just absolutely covered, then you know.
No, because at first it starts with stickers, just stickers on the back or the window.
Yeah.
But if you get to a certain, let's say,
it's
15...
bigger, depending on the crime, it's bigger
15 driving offences and the whole car has to just be one big Futa.